here in my Airbnb in Yuma, Arizona, and just wanted to go over what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, basically. Pretty much everything's packed up, charged, ready to go. I'll finish packing tonight. Here's what we're doing tomorrow. So, this is the Butler, California BDR map, but this is where I am. I'm going to follow it up here. It goes to dirt almost immediately. All along here. I gotta worry about this section, which is basically Pikachu Pass or Pikachu Wash, because it's all deep sand. And then I come up along here, and I'm actually going to be camping right about here where this intersection is, because otherwise I dip straight into Blythe. I'm camping, so I don't want to go into town. It's only about 120 miles, but it's going to be some of the deepest sand in the trip. My bike's definitely a little bit heavy, just given, you know, all my stuff that I need to live. So I'm gonna set off nice and early and see how long it takes me. Take my time, enjoy the ride, get some good video, and we'll see what happens. I am taking water with the anticipation that it might be a dry camp, but we'll see. I don't know. I kind of hope it's not, but if it is, I'll have enough water to not have to worry about it. I will show you what I end up doing tomorrow at the end of the day, and then show you what I'm planning on doing the next day, and we'll just work our way north, basically. Alright, here at SRE Power Sports, just grabbed a front tube because I realized I didn't have a spare tube with me because they had put in my tubes when they swapped the tires. Already topped off on gas, and we're gonna go start the California BDR. This is probably the heaviest my bike is gonna be this trip because I'm carrying water and I'm full of fuel, but that's alright. It's weird, I was kind of thinking about it this morning. I don't quite feel like I'm on a trip yet. I don't have the feeling of like being on vacation. When I was doing the CDT, you know, I had the feeling of like being on this kind of big adventure, and I kind of just don't have that yet, and I'm not sure why not, because I am. You know, I'm in Yuma, Arizona. I'm 1,000 miles from Colorado, and everything I own and care about is basically on this bike right now. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna take like a week or so, or take, you know, getting out onto the off-road. Like, I don't know what it's gonna take before I actually feel like I'm on an adventure or a trip. I just don't quite understand why not. I'm just navigating over to the start of the BDR right now, so I'm probably gonna turn the cameras off here in a minute, and then I will restart them once I'm actually on the BDR.
A few inches later.
As soon as I make this right turn, I will be on the California BDR route. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a jersey, it's because it's going to be in the 90s this week, so my jacket's on my tail bag. I've got my armor on. A jersey made so much more sense for this. Alright. Here's official downtown Yuma. Had dinner there last night. It was quite good. Overall, you know, enjoyed the stay in Yuma. It's a little run down in places. I'm sure it's got some problems, but it's a neat little town, you know? Not gonna fly the drone. Marine Corps Air Station Yuma is here in town, and so the drone flight prohibition pretty much covers the entire town. Their airport is like directly over my right shoulder, back over here. I love bridges. They're so cool. The goals for today, well, the goals for the entire trip: don't get lost, don't get hurt, and don't fall in a cactus. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, doing the math with all of my luggage and everything and the water and all that stuff that I'm carrying right now, basically my bike weighs as much as an unladen GSA. If you were riding the BDR clean on a GSA, it would be about like this. I will also stop and drop tire pressures once I hit dirt. I just don't know when that's gonna be exactly, so. Oh, it's cilantro. I can smell it. I'm not a fan of cilantro. I'm one of those people that genetically it tastes like soap to me, but I can still enjoy the smell, you know? It's only 66 right now. It feels amazing. It's supposed to be, I want to say Wednesday or Thursday. Today's Monday. It's supposed to start hitting 100. Oh, here's dirt. People out fishing, looks like. Yep. Curvy road, next 18 miles. That's what I want to see. And the goal is not to just be blasting through this. That's not the point. Yeah, welcome to the desert. So this route takes you through the Mojave Desert and Death Valley, which is also why it's going to be 100 plus. I'm not sure if I'm going to see anybody else out here. I know a person started a couple of days ahead of me, but was going slow according to him, taking up to 2 weeks. So I might catch him. I am not opposed to riding with other people on this trip. I'm just not necessarily expecting to. Just cruising across the desert. I don't think I'm actually in, I don't know if I'm in California yet. I just thought about that. I didn't actually see anything denoting the cross. I have to think I'm in California though. I'm sure dirt bikers just rip through here. The main problem with this kind of stuff is this is less sand and more gravel. The technique is the same. The issue is the bike moves around more and you have to be going faster to get on top of it. All right, hard right turn coming up. I think I'll stop and get a drink of water and probably lower my tire pressures there. I'm not gonna lower them a lot. I'm gonna get them to like mid-20s. Of course, one of the problems is like you're never gonna find shade out here to stop in. The hard ones are always when it looks solid and then you ride into it and it's just mush. Yeah, now we're dropping down into the riverbed. So much like Arizona. God, that is gorgeous. The desert is just so beautiful. You know, people act like it's empty or that there's nothing there. Like, there's plenty here. It's just not green. That's the difference. But it is gorgeous. This is fun. Don't get going too fast. You will notice I am standing a lot more on this bike than I was on the 690. Most of that has to do with the 690's weight distribution and geometry. If you watch my videos on a 690, a lot of the times I'm sitting, especially when I'm going up hills, and it's because that was the only way to get that bike to lay power down. The bike is relatively light and the weight distribution was such that trying to get it to get traction going uphill, I had to have as much weight over the rear wheel as I could. And so a lot of times it required me to sit when I otherwise should have been, you know, in theory standing. And on this bike, that's not nearly as much of a problem. And so I'm able to stand on this bike in a lot more areas where it just makes sense. But yeah, the amount of grief that I got from my videos on that bike where they're like, you need to be standing up. I don't know why you're sitting. That's why you're having so many problems. And it had nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I needed to be able to get traction. And the only way to get traction on that bike, because it is basically just a big dirt bike, was to sit sometimes. You know, if you watch guys doing enduros and stuff on 250s and 350s and even 500s and stuff, they're sitting a lot. Especially going uphill, because that's the only way they can get the bike to lay power down. All right, I'm gonna get the drone out. Don't fall over, please. That gives you an idea how soft this is. All right. What's nice is I can just ride now. I don't have to worry about, is it keeping up? Did it fly into a tree? It just tracks. And it'll do 40 something. It keeping up isn't really a problem. And the batteries charge off of USB-C, so I don't have to worry about recharging batteries when they're dead. The only thing I gotta keep an eye on is it still with me? And what's the battery life look like? The only time I've had it lose me was when I accidentally pressed the pause button instead of a directional arrow. God, it is pretty back here. I mean, I can see why they brought the BDR through here. It's gorgeous. The Central and Northern California BDRs are going to be amazing. I have to think that they're going to split it into 3 just because California is so big. But we'll see, I guess. Apparently Oregon is coming out this year. I really might try and reach out to them and being like, do you need another filmer on the Oregon route? Because I would like to take part if I could. Yeah, here's the sand. Alright, Droney's still with me. And I'm turning. Oh, God. No off-road travel, just sand. We're gonna land it. Let's see, it's 10 o'clock. Yeah. Doing pretty good, I feel like. Yeah, definitely more gravel-ish than sand. 4-wheel drive required past this point. That means it's gonna get fun. I wonder if horses are considered 4-wheel drive vehicles. I mean, they definitely have 4-wheel drive. Get up to the top of this hill and stop for a second. Whew, yeah. Had a big old one. I'm gonna start taking more breaks. I'm not in a rush. This is just really fun to ride through, so you kind of want to blast a little bit. It's like, well, one, it makes it easier, and I'm always one of those people of like, once I'm riding, I don't necessarily want to stop, and I have to remember to take it easy and take breaks. I'm gonna go over there, have a snack, look at the river for a little while. Alright, let's take a break for a minute. Show you my neat pivot trick again. On this bike it works great. Ta-da!
A few moments later.
92 miles or something to Belize, so something like 70 or whatever to my campsite. Go up to the hill, take a picture with the flag, and get moving again. Alright, back on the route. Oh, come on. I want over here. There we go. beautiful. God. I'm glad I took that break. Just kind of had a snack and drink of water and went to the bathroom. Chilled out for a little bit. Not in any rush. Yeah, this is more like gravel than sand, so it's really difficult to stay on top of. Ugh, come on. Yeah, it's a workout. No doubt about that. Sorry if all you're hearing in the headset is heavy breathing. I'm doing the best I can. Oh, that's really deep. Come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is just gravel. Oh, first drop of the trip. Alright, we're gonna take some gear off before I lift this thing up. Alright, first fall of the trip out of the way. Come on. Yep, I want back over here. Alright, stop fighting the handlebars. Oh, and take a break. The problem is it's really not sand. It is river rock, and it is deep. So like I was saying before about how when you're riding in gravel and it makes it way harder to get on top of it, that's this. There we go. Oh, come on. On top of a... Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Big rock. Cool. Damn it. got good shade. This is gonna be a long day. Had lunch. Took a nice long break. Oh, this is gonna be some of the slowest off-road riding you've probably ever seen. I'm gonna do my best not to burn my clutch out, but no more high speed. It just doesn't float, and all it results in is harder crashes. Cause yeah, that last one was about 35. Granted, it scrubbed a lot of speed off before I actually was over, but it was not fun. Just drive straight. Now I know why so many people bypass this section, especially, potentially even the first two sections. Most tour groups I know of don't come through here, and it's because of this. Again, sand would be one thing. Sand is fine. What's also interesting is there's no workaround for this first section. There's workarounds for other really difficult bits, but not for this. Big old rock in there somewhere. No, not. Damn it. Alright, here's what's going on. I am caching my luggage, and I'm going to try and ride out to Blythe and get a truck come back in here and grab my luggage. I'm just exhausted. Like, it's not heat or dehydration or anything like that. I can't pick that bike up any more times with the luggage on it. If I keep doing it, I'm going to get heat exhaustion. Taking my backpack, have water, have food, have my tracker, and we're gonna try and ride out these last probably 3 miles. I have a note here with my gear, with what I'm doing and where I'm going. I am gonna put my phone number on it just in case. And if I see somebody along the way, I'm gonna stop them and ask if there's any chance they would help me out. It sucks, but there's no other real way to do this. I can ride that bike pretty easily in the sand without the luggage on, and I'm pretty sure I can get out that way. Even somebody with a Jeep, like, it really doesn't have to be anything special. It just needs to be a truck that can make it down this road and grab my luggage. So I have the GPS coordinates for where I'm at, and we're gonna go do this. Let's see about getting out of here. All right. I'm just going nice and easy. No heroics. Nope. We're just taking it easy. There, we're floating finally. Not great. Yeah, I apologize if you don't like what I'm about to do, but I'm pretty sure this is about to become the GoPro show. I'll probably keep the drone, but I'm not sure how many other cameras I'm keeping. I know that I basically have 105 pounds of luggage on this bike, and probably, I think this is the exit, probably 25 of that is camera gear. It is.
because I remember seeing this on the videos. Just bounced back and forth a little bit. Didn't pick the greatest lines. I won't say this is going to be chill getting out of here. Yeah, rock gardens I can do. Yes, I know I'm sitting. I'm exhausted. I wish I was in better shape before I started this, but that didn't happen. So we're just going to crawl up this thing in first gear. Yeah, basically all of my excess camera gear that's in my tail bag is going bye-bye. Oh man, the desert is still beautiful though. So yeah, I went through 3.5 liters of water before I finally took the luggage all the way off and headed out. So for the love of God, make sure you're carrying enough water on this route. 3 liters per day is really not enough, especially if you get into trouble.
"12 seconds later."
So, as I suspected, the sheriff's office forwarded it to BLM as a search and rescue call. Specifically, not what I asked for. Talked to the BLM guy, and his best idea was, because I'm not in physical danger, they're not going to come out here and do anything, because they're not for that. His suggestion was there's a whole bunch of like camping and ATV spots all along here on my way to a town called Winterhaven, which is south along this road, and that I should try and basically stop and talk to them, let them know what's going on, and see if they might help me out. It's about 25 minutes to Winterhaven from here. I'm going to head down this way. If I see anybody camped, stop and talk to them and see if they might take me up there and grab my luggage, bring me back. Questions? How do I get home? Oh, motorcycles. Perfect. Hello. I have potentially an unusual question for you. I was up here on Indian Pass Road. No, that's what I'm following. I'm actually looking for a little bit of help. So I was following the BDR, and I got up on Indian Pass Road where it follows a wash for about 10 miles, and got to the point where I actually had to cache my luggage just to get the bike out. I think I was on fall number 5. I was like, yeah, okay, it's 90 degrees. I'm gonna end up with heat stroke. Keep doing it. And so I'm trying to see if anyone would be able to help me go back and get my luggage. Yeah, it's like 6 miles off of the road up here. But yeah. Okay. And I will absolutely reimburse you for gas and time spent. It's a Tenere 700.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It is a beautiful sunset though.
Later that same evening.
Just leaving here with Tom and Joe. They saved my ass. And now it's time to get to Blythe. So I got 60 miles basically. I'm just gonna blast up the road. Yeah, 68 miles. Oh God. All right. What a long ass day. All right. Tomorrow on the menu is weight reduction. I am gonna drop off a bunch of stuff at the post office that I am gonna mail home because yike.
From live. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's talk about what the hell happened yesterday. So, came out of here, followed this up. All of this was actually a lot of fun and some really beautiful riding. And I made it all the way to about here before I was just completely exhausted. I wasn't not able to continue, but it felt like it was dangerous if I kept the luggage on the bike. And that was the point at which I cached the luggage and rode the bike out. So I rode out here and then rode down here, and that's where Tom and Joe and them were camped. Tom gave me a ride back to my luggage, picked the luggage up, ended up backtracking the whole way because it was smoother than trying to come back up that hill, and got back to the bike at 9-ish. I got here at about 10:30. That was a long day. As I was talking about yesterday, a bunch of my camera gear is going bye-bye. Some of my tools that I'm not using are going bye-bye. Mostly it's like duplicate wrenches and stuff like that. But today, we're gonna leave from Blythe, go out north, come up here. There is apparently still a fair amount of sand along this. Come up, hit the highway again, get over here, and get into the Sahara Oasis, which is where I'm going to have my first day off to like edit footage and stuff. And I'm gonna have a lighter bike. So all told, I'm gonna be able to cut maybe as much as 20 pounds off of the bike and just kind of reorganize stuff a little bit more. That was just painful yesterday. There was no making that work at all. The bike would not settle. Like on the 690 and stuff, I kind of enjoyed riding in sand. It was fun after a little while. You just got going and it worked. That is the plan for the day. I'm gonna go down and eat breakfast, pack up, and then I'm gonna head to the post office so that I can mail all of the stuff home and then hit the road. So I'll probably be on the road sometime around 10, I don't know yet. But we're gonna get going, get a refill on water and a bunch of other stuff. And we're still doing this, so I will catch you on the trail.
Alright, Blythe to Sahara Oasis, 127 miles. I do anticipate some deep sand on this route, and we'll see what happens. And it's gonna be hot today, but you know, I'm in the Mojave Desert, what do you expect? So once I get out of town, I'm gonna stop recording because I'm on pavement for 15 miles or something, I don't know, something like that. And then I will start recording again once I hit dirt. We got, those are ospreys. I'm sure you can't see them on the camera, but one's crossing the road right now. So I'm sure they're flying out of Yuma. There's one turning.
A few inches later.
Alright, the good news is there's a bit of a wind today, kind of like yesterday, so it's keeping the temperature pretty comfortable. And hopefully the bike's going to handle better in sand. But yeah, Sahara Oasis, 90 miles, and that's where I'm staying for a while. Yeah, this stuff isn't so bad. The whoops suck. I think I'm just gonna be kind of in and out of washes like that most of the morning. So yeah, so far at least, this is just fun. But so was that other bit. Until I get to the shoe tree, I'm gonna probably be waiting for the other shoe to drop, so to speak. But we'll see. Slowing down for another wash. But yeah, this is the Mojave Desert. The Pacific Crest Trail is west of me even further, but it also cuts through the Mojave, just on the western edge of it, basically. I'm kind of on the eastern edge of it. So yeah, I was talking to some other guys on the CABDR group, and they were complaining that this sand was worse than the stuff yesterday, which is why I'm worried. I keep feeling like that means I'm gonna run into something way worse than what I'm in, because so far this has just been a lot of fun. There we go. See, like, I'm really enjoying this part. Ooh, hello. We are gonna cross over. I went to first. Oops. Shift down. Here we go. Oh, I need to shift down again. Gear was I in, like 5th? I'll look in a minute. Oh, we're gonna take a break. Oh yeah, I was in 5th gear for part of that. Whew. No wonder. Both lines look okay, so whichever one I end up on. Slash both. Heavy breathing. Doesn't help that I'm also just not in great shape right now. I'm also rusty. Like, I haven't really been able to ride off-road since October. What do you want me to do? It's Colorado in the winter. Like, you can't ride off-road in the winter. My skills are definitely not quite there right now, and my fitness isn't quite there. So some of these I'm just making silly mistakes. And what I would really like is to see some other motorcyclists. I saw one truck all of yesterday, which this is definitely kind of moving into the off season for this area. It just gets too hot. And if you try and do this route any later than probably mid-April, I would strongly suggest not. I mean, it's going to be 100 degrees later this week, and this is April 5th. You know, I was able to do Arizona BDR in May. I think 106 was the hottest we saw. That was the difficulty with kind of planning this ride, was how do I do all the BDRs without a couple of like multi-week gaps in between some of them to either allow snow to clear or to allow it to cool down. There was a bit of a trade-off. That's a steep drop. Oh, God. Saved it. Yeah, that's all right. I gotta back up.
15 minutes later.
Nope. Okay, had to take the luggage off because I couldn't get it up that hill. So we're gonna get up the hill and then put the luggage back on. Not the ideal solution, but if it gets the job done. Damn it. I really dug it in there. Damn it.
A few inches later.
Oh, that was difficult. But honestly, not even from like a riding standpoint, just it's a sand hill. Getting shoved into that wash initially killed all my momentum. So then getting up the hill was a thing and a half. Ugh. But had lunch, drank a bunch of water, and we're gonna get going now. Steep ass wash, good lord. Can't go fast because there's a million whoops going across here, so just gonna take it easy. Yeah, that's about as fast as you can go, unless you're jumping these, which this ain't the bike for that. I definitely prefer Arizona rocks to California sand. At least I can see the road at this point, so I know where I'm getting to. A big one. It says it's 102 now. I would believe it. I'm not sure that it's super accurate because it's also getting heat off of the motor at this point. Alright, let's make up some distance real quick while it's not bad. Yeah, I can see why people that do California BDR tours basically skip the first two sections as part of the tour part. There would be a lot of people really struggling with this. I still would not say that this is worse than coming up to Ogilvy Road or Indian Pass Road. Don't get me wrong, this is bad and it's not a ton of fun. But Indian Pass Road is way worse than this. Oh, that feels really good. Turn cameras off until I get back on dirt or I get to the shoe tree. Here is shoe tree, shoe junction, whatever the you want to call it. Oh, because they're all hanging from the sign over here. That's why. You know, for good luck. Okay, so that was that. All right, the heart of the Mojave, and it feels like it. It's still in the 90s, thankfully. Hopefully I'll be able to maintain a little higher speed on this and stay cooled off. Yesterday, I think I was around, this was around the time yesterday where I was heading out on the bike without my luggage. Oh, I'm so glad I did the suspension on this. It handles all of this really pretty damn well. Obviously yesterday when I didn't have the luggage on it, it was super tough. But now, yeah, I mean the preload is basically perfect, like, and it just soaks it up. Yeah, 20 pounds of weight off the bike and moving some of the heavier items further back really did a number. This thing handles great now. I have a trail of some kind. Oh, it's just showing the railroad tracks. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Still have not seen a single adventure bike. I see bike tracks, so somebody's been through here. We're gonna go back to deep sand, aren't we? Yep. Fourth is my friend, for sand at least. Sorry, I don't really have anything to say. I'm just trying to ride through this. It is a ton of fun. It's very sandy, but because it's nice and straight, you just plow straight into it. Keep light on the handlebars. I mean, you can see how far I'm leaned back. And I'm doing, 40 or whatever. Again, like this isn't bad. So I can't go through here at 50. I'll find one of those ditches and kill myself. Somebody fell over back there. See, like this stuff, I'll ride this stuff all day. This isn't bad. It's fun. It's just tiring. Okay, yeah. Oh. There we go. Boink. Oh, I think I broke my ankle. Oh, I definitely broke my ankle.
Damn it. A few moments later.
Hello? Yeah, I broke my ankle.
Okay, so you said you broke your left ankle. Sorry, it looks like you might have your signal's kind of cutting in and out. You broke your left ankle. What were you all doing?
I'm riding my motorcycle. I am by myself. Ugh.
Brady?
Yeah.
Brady, you're on the line with the county.
Okay. How are you doing?
Hello? I'm good. How you doing?
Been better. And are you there?
Your phone is breaking up bad. I got your writing.
And I have broken my left ankle. And I need some
You're
assistance.
where, Brady?
My
Say the location again. Your phone is breaking up. I can also, I can see the coordinates if you'd like.
Yeah, please.
Please. 4.421.926. That's right. Okay, hold on. Let me see what comes up. All right, no problem.
God damn it. Hello?
Hello? Brady?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not in an area where I have good reception.
And you're by yourself, right?
Yes. I have food. I have, you know, water and stuff. And I'm
I'm gonna transfer you to fire department.
all right. It is not quite 5. And I'm here. Happened at what, 3:50? So been here a little bit over an hour. Ankle hurts. I don't think I broke it, but we'll see. But I definitely probably dislocated it when it happened. There was an embedded rock in the wash, so my foot peg hit the rock, which folded the foot peg up, hooked my toe, and turned my foot. And then obviously I had a bit of a wreck. If you hear that beeping, that's the inReach. I was able to get cell phone reception twice for a couple of minutes, basically let them know what was going on and that I'm not in imminent danger of dying. And now I'm just waiting for the fire department. The ride out of here is not going to be fun, because it's going to be like this, but in the back of an ambulance. I don't know where they're going to take me yet. I am going to say it's not necessarily the end of this trip, but as long as nothing's broken and I'm going to be in a cast, I could potentially still ride. And so we'll see what happens. I'm just going to take it one thing at a time at this point. My foot really hurts. But of course it had to be my left ankle, which is already my bad one. So this is me for the last hour, and hopefully not the next hour. It's really hot. It's like 97 or something, so I've been sipping water, but I'm as much in the shade as I can be. And I just keep waiting to hear the sound of a vehicle. Now I know why so many people skip the first 2 sections of the California BDR. God. Alright, I'll let you go. I'll probably start recording when the firefighters are showing up. The Marines are coming, apparently. But that sounds like a Huey. But he's getting close. I can't see him though, because it's hard to tell where he's at. There he is. Now, it is a Huey. And it's probably from the sheriff's office. Damn it. They had to send a helicopter. I thought they were gonna send a truck. Alright, well, hopefully he can find it. I mean, it's flat as out here. You would hope he'd be able to find a place to land. It might have been the evacuation time. It might have just come down to how soon can I actually get somebody out here, or what the terrain is like. But yeah, here he comes. It just feels like a waste of resources to me, but that's coming from somebody who worked in the emergency field for quite a while. That was not an angle that I wanted to watch a helicopter crash from. How you doing? I mean, I've had better.
What's going on?
Left ankle.
Okay.
So I hit that rock back there that's hidden in the sand,
Okay.
and it turned my ankle around 180 degrees. So I don't know if it's broke or dislocated, but it hurts like a son of a bitch and I can't put any weight on it.
Okay.
So I've been here for, 2 hours. I was really hoping they weren't going to send a helicopter.
The only way to get you.
I kind of wondered, but yeah. I can stand and stuff if you need me to. I just can't put any weight on my one side.
Well, before we get to the basket, I'd like to try to get your
You want the
boots
boot
off,
stuff off? Okay.
because that's going to tell me where I take you.
Okay.
That and you got a choice. Either I'm going to cut your pants.
They should open enough to be able to get them off. I used to be a medic, so I've been sitting here thinking about that for a while. Of like, all right, how are we going to do this? So it's buckle and then Velcro.
Nothing else. You didn't get knocked out.
No, I was.
Head's good. Neck and back. No pain.
Didn't hit my helmet. Did nothing. Literally, it ripped me off the bike.
It ripped you off the bike. And then you ended up where next to the bike?
Pretty much right here.
Pretty much right here.
I haven't really moved much. You want to grab it right? We might have to cut this.
Yeah, I'm wondering. You can try, and I'll see if
how much he sucks it up. That's what's
Let us know when it's.
Yep, go. You're good. You're good. You're good. Go ahead, pull it. Wiggle.
Yep,
Any issues?
never lost feeling or anything like that.
Close your eyes real quick. What toe am I touching?
Second one.
Good. No medical history.
I've messed up that ankle before several times,
Okay.
but
But no heart problems,
No.
lung problems, diabetes, anything like
Nope.
that? Okay. Take any medicines prescribed by a doctor?
No.
Allergic to any medicine?
penicillin.
Okay. So let's load him up. If you want to let Pooch know, we can take him to High Desert.
Where's that at?
It's in Yucca Valley.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Colorado.
Any little things that we can take with us?
If we
I can't load all your bags. But
No.
what important stuff?
This.
Okay.
Just the tail bag and my take bag. Okay. Other than that, the rest of it can stay here.
As long as we know
Take
you.
your helmet with us.
Okay.
We're gonna want to see it.
That's fine.
But
I know. Yeah. I didn't.
Obviously, we're not going to take that with us.
Yeah.
All we got to do is we'll just put it next to you, and
Yeah.
you just need to shuffle in. We don't even have
Okay.
to stand you up. Hang tight though.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I hit the ground, I'm like, nope. That's gonna be an SOS message, because ow. Oh, speaking of which, my beacon is on my backpack. We're definitely gonna want to turn it off so that they don't think I'm still out here.
Which backpack? That one. Okay.
What is it? The beacon
Oh, the
on
beacon in your hand right there is SOS beacon. All right, you want to do it?
I mean, yeah, I can pretty much move. So.
There we go.
Okay.
Slide you
As long as I
down.
don't hit my heel, I'll probably be okay. Yeah.
Hey, do you have any guns or ID or wallet or anything?
My wallet's in my pants. My other wallet is in that tail bag, which is, I was saying if we could bring that, that'd be helpful.
And that's
but
the one you wanted me to bring?
if possible. But that buckle and that buckle, and then there's 2 more on the back there, and then it should slide out from under those straps. The number of times I've done this to other people is hilarious. I mean, I can hold it if you want.
Maybe sit across his abdomen.
Yeah.
So you can hold it. Yeah, there you go. That's your job.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
tomorrow.
She's out there. Probably break the line now.
1 hour later.
Say hi, Shane.
Hey, how's it going?
We are 4 miles from the bike. We've only bounced my cell phone off the roof once. And Shane is going to have the pleasure of riding my bike out of here. So
Yeah, we see what it did to you.
yeah, we'll get over here. We'll see what condition the bike's in. I mean, it was fine when I left it, so I'd be pretty shocked if it was anything different.
The hills have eyes.
Unless
came out.
the hills have eyes stripped the bike while we were gone. Well, we can see the bike. You're not gonna be able to see it on camera until we get closer, but it's still there at least. So that's something. Thank you. Appreciate that, Gladys. Yeah, we can get all the luggage off of it and in here so it'll be as light as possible.
So where they land the helicopter at?
Further up, just a little ways. There's a little flat spot somewhere, I guess. Or I mean, realistically, you can probably turn around
Right there next to the bike.
next to it. Yeah. I'm assuming you're gonna want me to follow you. Yeah. Okay.
Very good assumption.
I was hoping, but
I don't want to be laying out here and be like,
no, right?
Thanks a lot.
We're,
dude."
yeah.
A few inches later.
It's sketchy as hell, but we're doing it. Shane's kicking ass. He's getting a workout. We'll put it that way. We at least were able to take the luggage off, so the bike's lighter than what it was. The good news is we know from driving in here that the road gets better as we head out. So once we're past, some of this initial kind of rough stuff, it smooths out a lot, at least for the bike, and so he'll be able to get through no problem. It is deep. He's doing really well. He rides like Harleys and stuff, so he rides dirt bikes, so he knows the techniques and stuff. It's just very different on a big bike. You can see the tracks from somebody else that came through here. It was all over the place too, so it definitely ain't just him. Oh, all right. It's the first time he's fallen, so we're actually doing really well. You can see the tire tracks from other motorcyclists that have just been coming through here, and we were joking about it. It just looks like a zigzag. So he's definitely not the only one having this kind of a problem. Oh God, my ankle hurts quite a bit. We'll get down here, we'll get the bike loaded up, and the goal will basically be how far can I get. Hopefully I can get to like maybe Flagstaff. That would be nice. I will hopefully be able to get all the way back home potentially tomorrow. Yeah, just crossing wash after wash after wash. Dirt bikers. They're not gonna be able to help probably, but unless we could potentially throw a dirt bike in the back of the truck and one of them rides the bike out, but we're 6 miles from the exit. Out of here one way or another. Oh God. We are basically there. That's the railroad tracks. And after the railroad tracks it's easy. So, but yeah, we are out. It is 2:45. I will be eastbound as soon as we get the bike loaded up. Yeah, this is where we could have used those 2 dirt bikers.
Yeah. Since they're worried about my helmet.
If you're able to get it to where I can grab the engine bar, I can stabilize it. There you go. Gotcha. Keep coming.
Okay, hold it there.
Perfect. You're in. Can we see that corner right here?
Were you recording again?
Yeah.
This.
If we're gonna drop this sucker off the ramp, I want to make sure I have it for posterity. At least try and help.
Nah, don't worry about it, dude.
Okay.
A few moments later.
Alright, you know that thing where as soon as you're trying to do something, everybody in the world is calling you? Yeah, so as soon as I got in the truck, as soon as I got moving, everybody decided to call me. But I'm moving. I'm actually on Route 66 right now, so that's neat. It's like 800 miles. Obviously not going to do that in one day, but I will probably try and get there tomorrow sometime. And I was able to get a call into the VA, which will hopefully happen sometime later this week or early next week. And drive. So I will catch you later. Probably not going to update this a whole lot because it's going to be a whole lot of this. I'll try to check in with you probably tonight, something like that. So I will talk to you later.
Day 3.
Okay, sorry I haven't done an update in a minute, but I couldn't find you. You were buried on the floor underneath all the stuff. So, sorry, but it's 11 o'clock. I just passed Gallup. I'm about 120 miles from Albuquerque. I should arrive home tonight at about 8. I actually talked to the VA, and I have an appointment with the VA for x-rays and an orthopedic consult tomorrow. So, that's good. Still doing this thing. Get home, work on figuring out what they're going to do with my ankle, and edit footage. Hello from New Mexico. I'm approaching Las Vegas, New Mexico. No, Vegas, Nevada. We're just kind of going over everything that happened the last couple of days. One of the cars driving by had a bumper sticker that was, "Not today, Satan." Yep. And then the other thing that it got me laughing about was the Meerkat ADB motto. But did you die? I didn't die, so successful adventure. We've got, let's see, what, 4 or 5 hours left. We're doing pretty good. About 7 miles away. Not going to worry about unloading basically anything tonight. Tomorrow it's off to the VA and we'll see what the hell they're going to do. That has been the journey so far, and we'll see what happens from here, I guess. I really don't know what's going to happen, but I will keep you informed. Welcome to the Mojave National Preserve. Good God, it is windy. Oh God, this wind is gonna be brutal. Say they're in the same family as like palms, but don't quote me on that. It would make sense just because that's what they look like, but I'm not sure about that. pretty incredible. It's kind of hard to believe that I have essentially ridden across the country twice. I am glad that I'm finishing the California BDR. Like, do I wish that I hadn't gotten hurt in the first case? Yeah, because that sucked. And it very nearly derailed this entire plan. But because of how everything worked out, it gave me the opportunity to come back out and finish what I started. So here I am. 11,000 miles of off-road later, finishing what I started. Tracks from what look like other bikes, but who knows when those are from. God, I am actually cold.
A few inches later.
Can't even see it. was the battery pack right there. Hold on. Did it crash? Yeah, it must have crashed. Damn it. Oh, it f***ed it up. God, it blew all the road. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, well. No more drone for a while. Oh, yeah, it hit hard. Whatever it hit. If it was a wind issue or what the hell happened. If it hadn't been on the road, I never would have found it. With the battery knocked off and all that stuff, like, nah, I never would have found it. It would have just been gone. So, got lucky there. But yeah, just that little bit of elevation change, and the Joshua trees are no longer in an environment that they can survive in. Watching the California BDR film a little bit yesterday, I guess, to get a feel for some of the stuff I was going to be getting into, and I realized one of the people's on the expedition actually did the exact same thing I did, but he was able to keep riding. He caught his foot on a rock and twisted it really badly. Different area there than I did it, but he did essentially the exact same thing that I did. So, hey, I'm not the only one. Which they also had someone from the expedition in section 1. He either, I don't know if he bruised or broke ribs. Somebody else had to ride his bike out for him. In fact, I think every BDR expedition they've had for filming has had at least one person get injured. Joshua trees. One over here. Oh, that is cool. riding 2-track. There's a bunch of little washes in here. I'm sure they only got more washed out from all the storms. So we'll just take it nice and easy. Enjoy the ride. Brake run. There we go. That'd be a great place to camp. Where am I going? I'm going over here. Hello. Sorry. Everywhere. That is a rig. Holy crap. I'm not sure if that's an earth roamer, but it's pretty close. Oh, yeah. old mines and just random areas. California and Nevada would be very bad ideas if you don't like sand, because it's a lot of it. You know, like even this is fun. I'm just cruising through most of this, but a lot of this is still loose and soft. It's gonna be deep. Here we go. Up the hill. I didn't want to go down here, but oh well. Should be about 10 miles or so from I-15. Watch the washouts. There's some significant ones. That. Yeah, you gotta expect to be doing some work out here, even on the quote-unquote easier sections. The California BDR as a whole is basically marked as an advanced route. So even the chill bits are going to have stuff that is on them that is worse than a lot of the expert sections on other routes. You just got to be prepared for it. Sorry, guys. Watch to your right. There's a bunch of burrows on the hill up here. One about ran right out in front of me. I was like, oh, hi, buddy. Yeah. Have a good one. I would say if you're doing the California or Nevada BDRs, don't bother staying in Prim. It ain't worth it. The only reason I'm kind of glad that I stayed here is because it got below freezing last night. I don't know where I would have gotten to, but I would have rather stayed just about anywhere else. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Alright, we are going to try Coliseum Mine Road. It's supposed to be kind of gnarly, but somebody did the California BDR a couple of days ago, and according to them, the easy alternate road was actually in worse shape. Today's going to be interesting. I don't really know how today's going to go. I know that I can get to Furnace Creek. What I don't know is what is open beyond then, and I think from then until basically Lone Pine, I'm going to have significant diversions off of the route because basically nothing's open.
moments later.
And I have still not seen a soul out here. Alright, let's do this thing. And this is the easy alternate, because I don't know what that turns into, but my recollection of the video is that there's deep sand, and I have no idea what the water dealer jump looks like. Oh yeah, that road over there just ceases to exist. Whereas this is in okay shape. It's clearly still had some water down it though. Yeah, that road just ends. Okay, bonk, there we go. Alright. Oh, look at that. I gotta pay attention to the road, but you enjoyed the view. And think, this is the easy route. How messed up is the regular route? Speed limit 80. It's actually 30. They just slightly modified it. That's funny. Speed limit as fast as you're willing to pay for. Ah, tinnitus. What would I do without you? Sorry, part of my disability rating for the VA is due to tinnitus, and it kicked in really hardcore right there for some reason. Like, military grade tinnitus.
One hour later.
This is in Copa, right by the post office. And that was fantastic. I might actually turn around because I don't want to burn my clutch out trying to get through this dune. I mean, look at that. Like, I'm just digging a hole. I may literally just dip the bike over and flip it around. I'm gonna spin it. And then pick it back up. Okay. Oh, for f***ing sake, come on. Digging a bigger hole. Okay. Whew. Now we're just trying to get out of here. These are the Ibex dunes, and they're really, really bad right now. I don't know what they're normally like, but I would say twice as bad as Sunset Crater on the Arizona BDR. So we're just gonna go nice and easy until I get back to where it's solid. I have no idea how far that goes for. I mean, it could go for 10 miles, it could go for a mile. I have no idea. Took the jacket off because I was roasting. It says it's 73, which is probably about right. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back out to the pavement, put into Google Maps Furnace Creek, and follow it. Alright, here is the turn where it had a mile and a half ahead, deep sand, which they're not kidding. Cross here first. Okay, let's see. Nope, it dead ends. So Furnace Creek is actually over there. And so basically what my route was going to do was go around those, well, through the dunes and then go around that range of mountains and hook back to the right and go back up one of these other valleys. But if I want to just take the pavement, I go back and go left and continue to Furnace Creek. That really quickly turned into something I wanted no part of.
A few moments later.
Google's a little screwed up right now because it thinks the road is closed still. The indications that I've seen show that 190 is open all the way to Lone Pine. It should be about 100-ish miles. And I would imagine my camera will die at some point, but I'm not too worried about that. And either I'll get to Lone Pine tonight, or I will camp somewhere. Negative 237 feet. How low can you go? How low can you go? Bishop, and that's 40 miles from Bishop to Benton, which is the official end. Are the Alabama Hills, so a whole bunch of movies have been filmed back in here. See why they film movies out here. Saved it. Didn't see that turn. Yike. Okay, I gotta pay attention. But yeah, so we are approaching the Manzanar internment camp. So if you have not heard of this, in World War II, the United States, after the onset of World War II, they forcefully relocated over 100,000 first and second generation Japanese Americans. So these were American citizens. These were not Japanese who were living in the United States or anything like that. They deported those. but these were U.S. citizens with Japanese heritage. And it was only done on the West Coast. It was done by executive order. And there was literally a line they drew. I think it was within 100 miles of the coast or something fairly close to that. And it was because of the perceived risk of spying. They didn't do anything similar to German or Italian U.S. citizens. And so when it really came down to it, it was just racism. That's all it was. It was racism. But it resulted in over 100,000 U.S. citizens being detained and forcefully moved out here to camps like this. The level of unjustness that occurred as a result of that is hard to express. Truly. The number of people arrested by the FBI and other organizations for espionage in the United States during World War II was like less than 24, and none of them were among the first and second generation U.S. citizen groups. They were all, Japanese who had come over to spy. And if you look at the history of it, you have, I can't remember if it's the 99th. So they actually formed several infantry battalions from Japanese. They served in Italy and Germany and the European theaters. And they remain, I believe, the most highly decorated battalion in U.S. military history. Their families, their children are all locked up back in the United States, and they're over in Europe fighting for that country. That's a level of patriotism that's really hard to describe. They were heroes, fighting while their families and friends were locked up by their own country because they didn't think they could trust them. Chicken Ranch Cemetery, okay. Yeah, so this is, here's the memorial up here, okay. So I'll pull over by it. But yeah, this is Manzanar. I'm guessing graves. May 16th, 1942. I'm going to butcher that name, so I'm not even going to try, but became the first of 150 men, women, and children to die in camp. He and 14 others were laid to rest in the cemetery in what used to be a peach orchard. 120,313 Japanese Americans were confined by the United States during the war. Keep moving. 76 miles to Bishop. Like I said, 40 more miles after that to the end. Mess hall. So yeah, here you can see some of the, at least concrete pads and stuff for some of the buildings. I don't know if this doesn't look like it, but this is soft as hell. So I'm just trying to stay on top of it and not get a major wobble going. Sand. That's super soft or not really? No, it's not. Okay. That's pretty soft though. To be able to see that better or worse, but it's blinding. Can't see if there's bumps, can't see if there's sand. It's just white. That is powder sand. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's basically a salt flat. Dune patch there about wiped my front wheel out. God, that would have just pitched me straight into the scrub brush. Surprise! Talking a lot. I'm just handling the riding right now, trying to process all of this. You know, it's a combination of nothing on this route is easy, so I'm trying not to get distracted and have a wreck, and also just thinking about the last 7 months. not actually much of a climb. Because, yeah, it was described as a technical climb for about 3 miles. And it's not climbing much. It's just rocky. Alright, there I finally went down to first. Usually most of these rocks are embedded, especially the big ones. Rock rolled over under my front wheel. It happens. Every once in a while, you'll get something unlucky. Map, I come up over the top and down to the right. There we go. Right up the middle. Killed it. Oh. Nope. Damn it. I could have made that. I ended up on a crappy line. It happens. While everything is booting up, let's talk about falling. It's not a big deal. You know, as long as you're not breaking things or hurting yourself, you're gonna fall over. Like, these are not easy routes. You shouldn't be having big ones all the time. Tip overs and stuff, especially in pretty technical terrain like that, yeah, they're gonna happen. A lot of new riders, especially new to off-road riders, get super embarrassed or stressed out when they fall over. And I get it, like, yeah, it's frustrating to fall over. You gotta pick the fucking bike up again, and you never see the pros fall. You know, that's one of the reasons why I do show my falls. You know, a lot of times you'll never see the pro riders struggle or fall over or whatever. And that's fine, you know. Most of the time when they're doing stuff, they're doing it to demonstrate the abilities of a bike or themselves or both. Let's get through this. Okay. But yeah, you just see pros flying through stuff at warp 9 like it's no big deal. And so you think you should be able to do that too. Well, there's a few things going on. They have multiple takes. If they get it wrong, they can reset and do it again. You know, if I wanted to make myself look like the biggest Billy Badass on an adventure bike, I could do it. I'm doing my editing. I don't have to show you me struggling. I choose to because it's more honest and it's part of the experience of adventure riding. I am not a professional rider. Hell, I make no claims of really even being an expert rider. Yeah, don't get upset about falling. Pros do it too. It just doesn't normally get shown to the public because it doesn't further the narrative of the perfect rider. You're gonna fall over on this stuff. You just are. Even the filming expeditions, I do wish they would be a little bit more clear sometimes on the difficulty of getting through certain areas. They used to be worse about it. Like some of the early filming expeditions, you would watch it and you wouldn't really know if anybody had fallen over, even on the difficult stuff. And now they're a lot more transparent about it. You know, they show you when stuff is difficult. They show you when people are struggling and falling over. Like, it happens. And it helps you judge the difficulty of the route. There we go. So, I'm glad that they started doing that more. It's also something I try and be very clear about in my videos. What's funny is it seems like a bunch of these little rocky bits are right around corners. Which means you really can't get any speed up or analyze your lines. You just have to go with it wherever you're at. That's pretty much what you're doing. So that was neutral. Let's not do that. Right wherever I can. Here it is. I thought that mine was up here, but maybe not. There's no waypoint for anything, so don't know. That was funny. Most of that road was totally fine and really enjoyable, and then you just hit these boulder gardens. Oh boy, okay. I guess the Storms had something to say about that. Doesn't help that it's right in the middle of a curve. I'm not sure which one of those I followed. Straight. I don't even think that's a road. Death Valley, or Owens Valley Radio Observatory. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I always think of the movie Contact when I see this stuff. That was at the VLA down in New Mexico. The reason those telescopes are able to operate during the day is because they're picking up radio frequencies, not light. It's not a visible light telescope. And so it's able to operate during the day. The frequencies that astronomers use are dependent on kind of what they're researching and trying to observe. So basically a lot of the stuff that they're looking for and looking at, the light is no longer in the visible light spectrum. It's been shifted to other frequencies from various phenomena. And so, you know, they can be looking at stuff down to X-rays and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah. Radio telescopes are neat. Ironically, it was actually radio telescopes like that which were used to receive and retransmit the original moon landings, because the transmitters that they had on the spacecraft weren't very powerful. And so they used, there's a really big telescope down in Australia that they used for a lot, like the original Apollo 11 footage. That's where that was transmitted and retransmitted from. Because it's like a 60-meter dish, something like that. It's huge. So it was able to pick up the Apollo transmissions, and for the TV broadcast and everything, you could retransmit. Sand just to round out the trip. Oh, hell yes. Little mini Titus Canyon, since I couldn't do the actual one. Hi, dear. Is it just you? Guess so. God only knows where you ran to. First gear and just nice and easy. God, it started with snow and ended with snow. I've been dodging snow all friggin' year. Well, I guess that's appropriate to be dodging snow basically the entire time and then finish with snow. Oh, okay, yeah, the edge of the road washed out and they rebuilt the culvert. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the last off-road that I will do on a BDR as part of this trip. God, that's been incredible. California is a bear, man. Like, it is an advanced only route for sure. You should not be coming up here if you are not a pretty skilled rider, and preferably bring people with you if you can. I would not do this route alone again. That is 11, baby. That is all 11. Woo! That might have blanked out my microphone. But that is all of them. Yes! 21,000 miles, 11 BDRs. Roughly 11,000 miles of that has been off-road.